The retail sector of the Irish commercial property market has suffered more than any other sector over the last number of years, due in part to the slowdown in economic activity and consumer confidence. Retail sales have been quite volatile, even over recent months, particularly on a month-on-month basis, although it was encouraging to see the November figures showing an annual uplift in the volume of retail sales, demonstrating that there are clear signs of improvement beginning to emerge, with many retailers, depending on what sector of retail they're in, showing an improvement in Christmas sales. We would expect to see the recovery that was experienced at the prime end of the retail sector filtering down to some secondary and provincial locations over the course of 2014, coupled with growth in the economy generally, with a decline expected in the high vacancy rates in many of the high street locations around the country. Much of the activity in the retail sector of the property market over the last couple of years has been dominated by the discount retailers. We would expect to see that changing somewhat over the next 12 months, with an increase in activity from a lot of high-profile and international brands who are looking for exposure to the Irish market, as we saw on streets like Grafton Street over the course of 2013. In addition to the expansion of some existing retailers, we can also expect to see some new entrants to the retail sector over the course of the next 12 months. We haven't seen rental growth in the retail sector for more than 6 years, but we could well see some rental growth emerging for prime high streets and prime shopping centres in 2014. It will, however, take some time for this to filter down to secondary and provincial locations. Some selective development will occur in the retail sector this year as well, although mainly comprising extensions to existing schemes, as opposed to speculative development. The speed of technological change is having a very significant impact on many sectors of the property market, but particularly the retail sector, as more and more retailing is being done online and consumer shopping patterns are changing. The need for intensive asset management has never been more critical in this sector. While there are some encouraging signs of an improvement coming through in some parts of retail, that's not to say that the entire retail sector is performing well, and indeed some retailers will have to change their business models and make difficult decisions. Indeed, it remains to be seen what impact the new examinership light legislation, which came in towards the end of last year, will have for this sector. We could well see some other retailers going down the examinership route in 2014.